Now, after that, we have finished managing the quality during the execution phase. The next key process that we are going to cover is acquire resources and managing these resources. So, to start with, understanding first what are resource management and execution. Resource management and execution is critical for ensuring that project tasks are completed efficiently and effectively. This involves identifying and allocating and optimizing both human and material resources. During the execution, resource needs may shift due to the change in project scope or timeline or unexpected challenges, making dynamic management essential for project success. For example, let's say in a construction project, if a critical machine breaks down, the swift reallocation of equipment from another site can prevent delays. The first key process here we have involved when managing the resource or the resource management and execution is acquiring the resources. It has several key inputs, including the PMP or the project management plan, the project documents, the EFFs, the OPAs. Tools and techniques you have here is decision making, interpersonal and team skills, pre-assignment, and virtual teams. The output here is including the physical resource assignment when you assign to each of these activities that you're going to do in your project a specific, let's say, material or human to complete that task. And then you have the project team assignment, you have the resource calendars, the change requests if needed, the PMP updates, the project document update if needed, the let's say in case if you have any updates is related to the EFFs that you may do, the same goes to the OPAs. Implementing resource management plans. So the resource management plan developed during the planning phase, and it serves as the blueprint for resource allocation and the execution. And the resource management plan, why I started with the resource management plan is to integrate it with the planning phase, where we have created the resource management plan, we developed it, we assign all of the resources, the costs. Now it's the time to execute it based on the resource management plan. So as we say that it serves as the blueprint for the resource allocation and execution. It defines the roles and responsibilities of the project teams. For example, the allocation of the material resources or the contingency plans for shortages. On the other hand, during the execution, the plan should be revisited regularly to ensure that the resource remains aligned with the project needs. For instance, let's say that there is a software development project, and if a team member with a specific skill that you have already assigned it at your resource management plan, he decided to leave. So the plan should include steps for reassigning their tasks or hiring a replacement. Ensuring the timely resource allocation. So timely resource allocation is critical during the execution to avoid delays. And it should align with the project schedule. As you know, that delays in resource availability can lead to a schedule, let's say, delays, or that you may need to hire a new, let's say, an employee, and that will cause you to have an, let's say, cost overruns. So, a proactive communication with the procurement and integrating all of these plans and considering the, let's say, the best case scenario and the worst case scenario, and all of these proactive communication with different teams, it helps in mitigating such risks in relation to the resources. And let's take an example here. Ensuring that the specialized equipment is delivered to a project site before is scheduled. Use like let's say it's used to prevent, for example, and the idle time. Similarly, coordinating with the HR for staffing needs ensures that the key personals are available when required. In an event management project, securing the venue and the heavy equipment well in advance ensures a smooth execution phase, for example. When it comes to identifying and addressing resource constraints, so resource constraints are can be avoided in most of the projects.